If I had $1 million,
If I had $1 million,
well, I'd buy you a house.
I would buy you a house.
And if I had $1 million,
If I had $1 million,
view furniture for your house.
maybe a nice Chesterfield or an ottoman.
And if I had $1 million,
If I had $1 million,
well, I'd buy you a K car.
a nice Reliant automobile.
And if I had $1 million, buy your love.
If I had $1 million, a tree fort in our yard.
If I had $1 million,
You could help, it wouldn't be that hard.
if I had $1 million.
Good enough.
Yeah, wrong one.
Oh my goodness, hi. We came to the unanimous decision that we're not copywriting that. All right. Here we are.
Here we are.
We got a new studio.
Yes, we do.
Is there an effect playing? Is that
No, there's no effect
okay.
playing, but there's a lot of feedback coming through that's annoying me.
really? Like should we fix it or
I don't know.
let
if
it ride?
I think we should just let it ride.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to play some commercials. Some of them are from a comedic sense, and some of them are just going to be terrible.
Yeah.
We'll play this up on this green screen also.
It's amazing.
Told ya.
Oh, have you ever felt better than you do right now?
Sure. Last Sunday, it was on the 9th hole. It's par 4. I took out my great big Bertha and I teed it up. I let loose. And mind you, I'm being honest here. I'm not even sure I got all of it. But damn if it didn't go 300 straight down the fairway. Bob's mouth was on the ground. That was the best feeling ever. You want to go again?
Yeah, so
So,
what do you think?
it was a golf commercial, where we barely saw any golf, but I knew exactly what they're teeing off at.
Yeah.
There's a couple post-coitus, post-cuddlingus, post-jizz, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
They're reminiscing about past good times about 3 minutes ago, and the girl says, have you ever felt anything
You ever
that good?
felt anything better?
Yeah, anything better. And then homeboy says, well,
Yeah.
let me tell you about this time I was on the links on the back nine, and you know how the back nine goes. Either way, he doesn't care.
That's right. He doesn't give a flying fudge, dude.
You know who does, though, is his maiden here.
Yeah, his lady, she does not seem too pleased.
Now, I don't know
with-
if this is maybe like a cousin, a girlfriend, a wife. I don't know. Either way, fucking roll tide.
Roll Tide. Go Bama. There were some people talking about this commercial online. They're like, oh, this commercial could never be on TV today. And I would argue that this commercial would be way better on TV today.
Like what
Why
about this
isn't
is
it
like
still running?
What
Yeah,
about
why
this
is
is
it-
bad?
No, none of it's bad, honestly, other than there's like, it's mildly suggesting that they just had sex. Well, I mean, it's saying they had sex, but it doesn't even say like the words. I don't understand. I think people are getting a little too It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
What does it taste like? I haven't had it.
You want to try it?
I'll have a
Kind of tastes like
gurgle.
soap.
Ooh, what kind?
Bad soap.
It tastes like plants and water.
It does kind of taste like someone just took a handful of grass, threw it into a cup of hot water.
Yeah, and they're like, drink it, bitch.
That pretty much is tea, though.
That's like, yeah. This honestly, so is coffee.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
just a plant in the water that we let sit and fester and marinate. Good commercial. I dig it.
Yeah.
To all you CEOs out there, why do you like golf
Easily
so
create
much?
Your next video.
Anyways.
Motionary offers you more
Because
than
it's
half a
fun
million
and it costs a lot of
templates,
money.
music, stock
Is it? All of the people who work under you hate you because you've made golf your identity.
Yeah.
Next commercial.
Okay.
I brought my car in and I was like, hey, when I touch the brakes, it squeaks. And when I give my car gas, it goes before it gets going. So I think it needs new brake pads and you need to change the transmission fluid out, which is a fucking adult-ass sentence that I said.
Yeah.
Pretty
that
proud of
is.
that.
Damn.
Like, I thought of it all by myself. And guess what? They did that. My car runs better. So maybe I am a car guy. And they were like, all right, you got to pay this much. And I was like, oh, dope. That's less than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So I paid for it, got my car, left, and before I got to the first stoplight out of there, they gave me another call.
Hey
And
creators,
they're like, hey,
check out what's new at Artlist. For a
we
limited
forgot to charge you for a couple other things, so we need a little bit more from you.
No way.
And I was like,
Are you serious?
yeah. And I was like, the way they were saying it was like they need like 50 more bucks, which for car things, that's nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So I turned around, and they're like, yeah, we need a little bit more from you. And I was like, how much more do you need? And they needed more than they charged me the first time.
What?
And I'm a bitch, so I paid for it.
Dude, no.
And the whole time I was like, what if I just didn't turn around?
You should have just fought back. Yeah. Are you kidding me? It's their fault. They forgot to charge you. Absolutely not am I coming back to pay more money. Fuck you. That's the price I'm paying.
And
No,
this is
no,
why I hate dealing with car people. This is why next year I'm leasing a car. You should just own your mistakes. But
Yeah. I mean, that's
Foul on the
that's
play.
A foul for sure. For sure. Okay. So these
Next
other
commercial.
commercials are they're not funny. They're just kind of creepy.
okay.
I thought it would be more fun. I'm going to go for this first one is an Irish anti-speeding PSA.
Anti-speed when you drive.
Yeah.
that it seems to me reminds me of
Childhood memories when everything was as sweet as a bright blue sky.
Yeah, I love this.
Now and then when I see her face, she takes me away to that special place. And if I stay too long, I'd probably break down and cry.
Whoa,
Oh,
sweet child of mine. Oh shit. Oh!
Since 2000, speeding has killed a classroom of our
Not
children.
real.
Oh,
There's no way they.
She-
sweet love of
You can
mine.
never control the consequences if you speed.
Okay, so I know I said it wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was really funny. So that was So if you're listening, a good day, and then
I'll be driving
it
5
shows
over.
it shows the kids all playing out in the woods, just having a little field trip day, having a good time. And
They're all sitting like in
a group.
a group so tight it's literally like car sized.
And then the kids like look up like, huh? And then
And you're like, okay, this is a commercial. There's no way it's gonna show them crushing these kids, and it did.
it showed it.
It just fully flattened them.
Yep.
Not enough to qualify as speed. A cop would have let him go
Yeah.
for how fast he was going.
But honestly,
And then it just said, "Shame on you."
so the next one, the next one is called K-Fee
Limited time
commercial,
only, Oh,
and I'm
Artlist
not.
is
I'm
giving
honest.
away
I think
its
it's a
biggest
coffee
holiday
commercial,
pack
but I'm
ever.
not exactly sure. Oh God,
Wait a minute. This looks familiar.
I think you might have seen.
Are we
it.
gonna get scared?
We might get scared.
How many views does this have?
This
Oh,
has
we're getting
2
scared.
million.
I've seen this before.
This is-
And if you're watching, you've seen this. You know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
Smeagol or something's gonna pop up. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, there it is.
So was warst du noch nicht Käfig?
Yeah.
If you had like a funny dad or grandpa or uncle or something.
They've sent you this video.
Yeah, they were
on
like,
Facebook like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It's called Baby Secret Doll Commercial, and I'm kind of scared.
Mattel's new baby secret. She whispers just to you. Her lips really move. I want to tell you something. It's almost unbelievable. Get Mattel's new baby secret so you can have fun keeping secrets together. I know a secret to you.
So I think this is what Chucky is based off of. Okay, so the camera fiasco is from 21 minutes to 22 minutes. I wrote it down on your notebook there.
cool. Any what's?
Anywho, moving on to the last.
Wait, there was in the bottom, there was a website that said, "What scary for kids?"
Oh.
Yeah,
oh
that
yeah,
one.
scaryforkids.com.
Yeah, so should we
Check what
indulge?
Check out what that is. Yeah, I mean, duh.
While he's doing that, this book, it's called The Last. Whoa. Real quick, we'll have an ad break. It's a sort of unsponsored ad. Either way, this book, it's called The Last She. It's available now. Written by a local Idahoan gal, Hannah J. Nelson, and the reason I'm into it is, well, first of all, it's a good book. Second, they're filming it, and your boy's in it. He's Sam. It's a book full of redheads, but it's a book, so you don't see it. But it does put it in your head. But it's good. It's a dystopian novel.
What's the premise?
Basically, there's some plague or something wipes out pretty much every girl, and there's just a bunch of guys they built their own tribes all over the place, and there's the last she.
That sounds horrifying for this poor woman.
Yeah, but fortunately, she meets a redheaded fella.
Is it you?
You'll have to read it to find out.
Oh, look at that.
But
I
pay
love it.
attention to Sam.
I love it. Okay.
All right. Scary for kids.
Going on next, this is another
More kids?
this is another kids doll from the 70s or 80s. Everything they made for kids back then was creepy as fuck. No wonder there were so many serial killers out of that generation.
Coincidence? No,
No.
not at all.
And people just beat the shit out of their kids back then. You ready?
Listen to Remco's Baby Laugh a Lot. You're listening to Baby Laugh a Lot. She's the funniest doll you've ever seen. Just push the button and she starts to giggle. Get Baby Laugh a Lot by Remco.
I can't tell if the announcers laughing made that way worse or because they were both maniacal. So that basically every baby doll that was made in the 70s is just like Chucky.
If you're a 70s baby,
I'm sorry.
why?
I'm so sorry for the toys you had to play with. We had a census lady come by the house today. Dude, people are so like standoffish about the census and like the government asking like survey questions,
I won't be a statistic.
which is hilarious to me because it's like it's the only way that they can get those unemployment numbers and like
They don't ask for your name. They need fucking. Actually,
well they do,
do.
but it's not like they're asking for your social security or anything like that. It's like
for
hey,
research
are
and
you
development.
employed? And you're like, yeah, I'm employed. And then they're like, oh, cool, sick. And yeah, so, but she asked me, she's like, so the three of you guys that live in your house, what's like the relationship between you guys?
did you make something up?
And I told her that we were in a three-way lovers triangle with an older gentleman in the middle paying for the house. So technically there's four and then us 3, and we all work for him, just doing whatever the fuck he needs us to do. And she was like concerned.
Did you actually?
No, God, no.
Okay.
She was like, "What's the relationship between all you guys?" And then she goes, "I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't feel comfortable with that." And I was like, "No, it's fine. We're banging." Just gotta pay rent somehow. But yeah, that was my
This housing crisis. You can't not be in a polygamy, the one with a lot, polyamorous.
polyamorous
Can't be you have to be polyamorous in this housing.
in this economy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna buy a house on your own.
No, God, no. I need at least 6 partners. All right.
Remember in because I was thinking in elementary school we used to always do this thing called buddy reading,
Okay.
which is where like you and a friend would basically like take turns reading like a paragraph of a book, and then it's fun hearing someone else read a book because they get their inflections and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was thinking, why don't adults do that anymore? Because that shit was fun. It was sick. Like I'd invite my friends over and I'd say, "Yo, we're gonna buddy read Calvin and Hobbes,"
Oh, that's sick.
and be like I'll be Calvin, you be or something like
That
that. Or it'd be
sounds
like
dope.
I'll read one comic, you read the next one.
Yeah, that sounds super fun. I love Calvin and Hobbes. Yeah,
Right.
let's do that book. Let's
Okay.
do one interview from it. And I'm just gonna talk real quick about why grocery stores fucking suck. I go to the grocery store pretty much once every 2 weeks, and I try really, really hard to buy like good healthy foods that I can make good stuff to eat with.
Clearly.
Go fuck yourself. I always buy like a big thing of lettuce, like mixed greens, like spring greens, like a big tub,
Like an eighth.
Yeah, well, more than an 8, like an ounce.
Oh, salad.
Yeah, salad. I bought one of those big spring things, and I thought that it would last like a week. And I like got home and read the expiration on it, and it was December 3rd.
Oh.
And it's like, why is that even on the fucking shelf? Like, if it says Best Buy this date, and it's the day before that day, that shouldn't be in the store anymore. So I've been eating expired lettuce and spinach for like the last week now.
Mm-hmm.
And my second thing that I'm pissed off about is I think producers are lying to us about the expiration dates because I feel fucking fine and I've been eating that goddamn lettuce all week, and they're just saying that so that we try to eat it as fast as we can and buy more, and I'm tired of it, damn it.
Do you want me to be like a technical dickhead about it, or do you want me to like let you just be mad about it?
Just let me be angry, okay? Yeah, shut up.
Best Buy does not mean expired. Anyway.
Sell by and Best Buy are very different. Best Buy means...
Are they?
Yes, they should be.
I don't think they're very different.
Sell by should be like, okay, sell by this date because this thing is Best Buy 2 weeks after this date.
Well, maybe they should just stamp it with that whole sentence.
I don't see why they don't.
You're right. They should clarify. Because there are times where I've seen, like, some things will just have a date on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that, like, when I
What
should
is-
never eat it?
Is that
or
when they produced it?
yeah, like, is that when they're supposed to sell it? Is that this? Is that that? Is that? But it never, yeah, I don't know. So there's a bunch of big names in this book.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got Jerry Seinfeld,
Ooh.
Louis C.K.,
Okay.
Chris Rock,
Nice.
Lena Dunham, Roseanne Barr, Larry Gelbart, Mel Brooks. Well, that might be a good one. Mike Nichols, James L. Brooks, Gary Shandling, Jon Stewart, Steve Martin, Albert Brooks, Sarah Silverman, Michael O'Donoghue, Adam Sandler, Jeff Garland, Martin Short, Michael Che, Steve Allen, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert, Jay Leno, Amy Schumer, Seth Rogen, Miranda July, Eddie Vedder, Spike Jonze, Harry Anderson, Key and Peele, Mark Maron, Sandra Bernard, Ben Stiller, Jim Carrey, Leslie Mann, and Harold Ramis. I think Adam Sandler would just be like a good, like a pace car in NASCAR.
Yeah. It's just
He'd
good.
be that for
Yeah.
this
I
activity.
mean, that's kind of how he is as a person.
He just sets the bar.
Yeah. What about Jerry?
If I'm a Jerry,
Can we do Jerry?
let's do Jerry.
Let's
First
do
one.
Jerry. Let's
First
do
one of the
Jerry.
book.
That's the first one in the book? Cool. That's perfect. Judd became a fan of Jerry in 1980 when he appeared on the Merv Griffin Show. Before Seinfeld, of course, way back when he was just some guy from Long Island, like me, who talked like me and cared about the same kind of things I cared about, and was the best observational comedian I'd ever seen. wow, Judd Apatow interviewed him when he was 15 years old. That's crazy. Is it water driven? This camera?
I'd like to talk about your type of comedy that you do. How would you describe it? Some people just tell the joke, like an observation, and that's it. But you add a whole new dimension to it.
Well, it's one thing to see something, and I think the next step is to do something with it. You know, I'm doing this routine now about this guy, and it was on That's Incredible last year. Caught a bullet between his teeth. It's like you see a thing like that, and you go, what the hell is that? A guy caught a bullet between his teeth? I don't know what's funny about that, but I think to myself, there is something funny about that. And that's what I like to do. I think, what job did he have before he got into doing that? What made him go, you know, I'd rather be catching bullets between my teeth. I have a whole routine about it. To me, that's funny.
So how do you develop that?
You know, trial and error, you know, just try to get one joke out. I had this other thing about how I don't remember this guy's name. I saw the guy do it, right? Caught the bullet. I don't even know his name. Now, if he knew that, I didn't know his name right after seeing that, wouldn't he feel like, what the hell do I have to do? You know, what do I mean? You know what I mean? And so there's no one type of comedy. It's who's doing it and how they're handling it.
What do you think of this whole crop of comedians that just came out in the last 5 years?
You mean like me?
Yeah.
I think we're pretty good. Oh, well, it's interesting. I guess we don't seem too daring as a group if you compare to, say, the 60s or the 50s. And I think I liked where Jerry's talking about how everyone has their own style, you know, and their own way of doing things, because that is true. And I think that's really important for up-and-coming comics, because one thing that I hear comics talk about all the time is, like, when you're first getting started, it's really hard not to try to kind of do someone else's thing, you know, like where they, you know, you see your favorites out, and I've heard this from almost every comedian, is like you have your favorites and you kind of try to be them for your first few times on stage. Yeah, and like, you know, it's all about finding your own voice and stuff, and so the fact that this interview is from '83 and Jerry, you know, was already in that point is like damn impressive.
Yeah. You told me to listen to the Always Sunny podcast.
I did.
And I listened to the first couple. Phenomenal. Hilarious.
Right?
But they did a thing similar to something we did, or we did something, I don't know.
Ours came out first.
Yeah, they did it would be cool if this show was sponsored by, like, they didn't do that exact, but that was the gist of it.
They did kind of do that. I remember them doing that.
But here's the thing. Sorry, we think like successful people.
Oh, boom!
For what is, you can believe me or not, we did not copy them.
No.
And everything we don't, if it happens to be some parallel thinking.
Parallel thinking, it's a true thing, and I mean it happens all the time, especially in comedy and like just in like writing in general. But like,
it's something most people probably wouldn't notice, but I do, because I don't like copying people.
I don't either. I like doing my own thing, and so yeah. But yeah, no, we did do that first. So those guys should they should give us some kind of shout out, because they clearly listened to our episode.
Yep, it's always sunny over here. Actually, it was pretty cloudy today.
It was kind of cloudy today.
But yeah, check out The Last She. It's really, really good.
Yeah, and check out our YouTube.
Yep, YouTube's, the Spotify's, the
and make sure that you have a pretty good day.
Oh, someone get him.
He's being a little rowdy. I don't like that guy.
He's been using the
I don't
crudité
like
a
that
little
guy
too
at all.
hard.
Hey, who's doing that? Hey, shut them up.
You're listening to Baby Laugh a Lot. She's the funniest. Just push the button and she starts to...